So hello and welcome back to Test Drive Thursday. Today we are taking our second look at the Mitsubishi Fuso SuperGreat. Now this is version 1.4, it's still in beta form apparently, but I am seriously impressed with this thing. So let's get started off by taking a look at all of the customization. Okay then, so here we are inside the upgrade shop. So starting off with the cabins, we've got two to choose from. They call it the full cab here, which is quite beveled on the back here with the back window. And you've also got the high roof, which gives you a little bit more interior space. As you can see, you've got like an aircon unit up there. But when you go for the high roof, significantly less space. But it's still kind of cool. I like the way it sort of arches around here. I think that's kind of cool. It's like you're in a bubble. Then onto the chassis. So you got pretty much two different sort of series, I guess, here. The FP and the FV. So with the FP, the truck is sort of slightly lower, I'd say. When you go for the highway, or the FV series, it does raise the truck up a bit. A lot more ground clearance. So if you're doing sort of quarry work, or maybe if you're in Iceland or Russia or somewhere, you probably want the highway, but otherwise there's quite a good range here. These are just 4x2s of varying length. You've then got, I'm guessing that's a 6x4, I don't know, let's have a look on here. Power, that's 6x2, it's also a 6x2, so also changes the gearbox slightly, the ratios. It's pretty interesting. But onto the engine, again there's four to choose from, ranging from a 420, but you can only get that with that, I guess. Can you go with that? Yeah, so with the FP series, this is all very confusing. With the FP series, then if you want anything bigger than that, hang on, D scale super. Go for that engine, D scale. This is the most confusing customization I've ever seen. D scale. Okay. So if you want the 420, you get like a lower truck, I guess. And then that sits slightly higher. Wow, this is mighty confusing. But basically, there's four engines to choose from, but they vary your cabin and chassis. It's weird. And then you also get four gearboxes, or gearbox options if you choose it right. Earlier I only had two when I was customizing it for the intro. Yeah, this is what I mean. So 7-speed Mitsubishi, or Mitsubishi, however you want to say it, gearbox with or without retard. I might give that a go. I've never really tried a 7-speed, I don't think, so it could be interesting. In here, everything is really extremely high quality. There's no sort of low textures anywhere, even down to the sort of seat patterns, the green pattern on here, the sort of texture of the wheel, the gear selector. This all moves. I mean, it's really impressive in here. Probably one of the highest quality truck interiors I've been in. It's like SCS quality, and I'm not even joking. Now there's also some unusual colour options. Just a random white, and then you got a custom metallic or custom standard colour. Then this weird one as well, which I don't really like, that you can't change colour of. Now onto the options. I believe this is developed quite a lot since last time. You can now add a lower grille guard. To be honest, I don't really think it suits this truck. Add chrome bits on here. That is a bit bling for my liking. Look at that. That's a bit insane. Even along you can put your number plate up here. Is that a Chinese plate or Japanese plate? I'm not too sure actually. But I think it's very authentic and cool to have that on here, considering where the truck comes from and originates from, because we don't see these in Europe, if you wondered. If you're not from Europe, that is. Or you can have your World of Trucks number plate on there, which, to be honest, when you get up close to that, it is quite low res. I wish they sort of upped that a little bit more. What's that? Please drive safely. There's some weird stuff on here. Right, you can add chrome light surrounds, which look horrible. And then you got some ball bars here, some... Again, I don't think they work. Up here, you can remove the SuperGreat logo. You can probably add chrome. Yeah, you can add chrome. More chrome. It's like a weird light blue. If we change it to that, yeah, it's kind of unusual. I wish you could sort of make it any colour you want. That would make for some awesome sort of skins. Stock and Kiwi. I do like having that Fuso logo in there. I think it works well. You can remove it altogether or have it above. So that's up to you. What you prefer. Now on the sides here, yeah, more chrome. In fact, should we just bling it all the way up? See how mad we can make it. Chrome, chrome, chrome. Chrome. Oh my god. Can you make this chrome? Oh no, you can make the logo blue. That's weird. Some random stuff in here. Probably add this. Yep, that can go chrome as well. Some plastic bits. Partial plastic bits. Or just full chrome. Chrome out the mirrors. Oh my god. That is awful. The reflections on that. I'm actually tempted to just spec it like this. just for a laugh. You can add a stone guard, which is very, very big. I mean, look at that from the inside. What else we got? There's a number plates. You can add green beacons if you wish. So this is looking like an alien now, this truck. Green beacons. You can add a wind deflector, which is very high quality. Up there. We've done the beacons. Down here, you got a weird side skirt. It's because the truck is so low. It just emphasises how big these are. It's kind of unusual. Some weird proportions. It's almost square. So I'm guessing it sort of fits through all like tight Japanese and Chinese streets maybe. You can't have chrome mud flaps. That's a bit of a shame, to be honest. I was looking forward to that. You can again add in your number plate on there. You can't have a chrome fifth wheel. You can remove chrome. That's very unusual. Probably make this. No, you can't make that chrome. Shame. Oh my. This mod. Why would you want all that chrome? It just looks awful. Honestly, who would spend money making that chrome? And it's like a weird step there as well. What on earth is that for? But I think that's all chromed out for the day. It's got on the inside where you can't change the wheel. And that's pretty much it in here. There's no sort of cabin accessory. Oh my. What is that? What's that? I don't know. I'm guessing that's for another cabin. But yeah, this got a bit intense, didn't it? So let's leave it there. And I'll spec this truck to my spec. Okay then, so here we are all configured and the Chrome Beast is outside. Look at it, the green beacons. Actually, I've got to do this at night after. Look, I don't know if you can see that or make it out, but they are sort of flashing green. Yeah, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, is it, with all this Chrome, but I'm still doing 130 FPS, so it's not too intense on frames. I'm not sure what it would be on a lower spec PC. But the things that you can see Chrome... Oh, I'll show you that in a second, that person talking. The only bits that you can see with the Chrome are over there and just here on the mirrors, so it's not too bad from the inside if you want to go Chrome or go home. Dials, I like the blue, it sort of matches the exterior I've got. Shame you can't change the dials to a colour that you'd sort of want the exterior. As I said earlier, it's all high quality in here. It's quite impressive. My Trackir is going all weird. What is it doing? But yeah, I think it's time to start this thing up. I'll turn the ignition on and just listen out. No idea what that person was saying, but it's so cool to have that in here. No other truck that I've driven in this game does that. This mod is just so detailed, you just wouldn't expect it. And I love all the authentic sort of dashboard displays in a font that I can't read. Guessing that's the cruise control. Then you got the time down there, you got the gear. It is auto, and when you shift into the gears, as you can see, that moves, which is just awesome. You got all the buttons down here. I'm not sure what some of them do. I don't know if I can see any, but they do actually light up. That is pretty amazing. I believe we got some diff locks down there. Heated mirror, yep, I can see that. You got the brake and accelerator down there. Window options. You got the lights on the stalk, that's all animated. And the cruise control on the end. The retarder, that's on this side, and that makes a cool noise. And I'll show you the retarder when we get going actually. See, it's got some cool displays on there. Indicators. They make a pretty nice sound actually. But I do have something in the sat-nav. No, I don't have a sat-nav. Right, that's a problem. I don't have a sat-nav. I know where I'm going though. But yeah, automatic gearbox. I've got it set in the economy mode. Real automatic. When you go for the high power mode, it does rev too high. I mean, it takes it almost to the rev limiter, which is a bit annoying. But when you got it in economy mode, it does sort of chill out a bit. And it's not too bad. I mean, we do have the 7-speed, so we'll see how we do with that. As I said before, I've never tried this gearbox, so it could be rubbish, it could be the best thing I've ever tried. I think I'll go left here. But yeah, I do like the gearbox sound, the indicator sound. It's quite relaxing actually. It's not like a annoying tapping sound on the on a table. It's quite, as I said, relaxing and peaceful. I mean, for a truck that's probably going to be driven in a city, in a tight city, you don't want an annoying indicator sound. Just noticed the fuel gauge isn't working. Can you see that? Where it says empty and full fuel? Below the rev counter? It's working at the top left, but not below the rev counter, which is weird. I went for the 420 brake engine, the lowest spec engine that you can get, and it seems pretty punchy around town. Right, the trailer's over there. It should match the truck pretty well, actually. There's green beacons. There we go. Heavy metals, 25 ton. So that's pretty heavy, especially for this sort of truck. Right, let's head around here. turning circle is pretty awesome, because it's such a short truck. And visibility is pretty good as well. It's a pretty unique truck in that sense, because you get the mirrors in front of the window rather than on the side. Don't think I've got, no, I've not got advanced coupling on. You can see how small this truck is now compared to a normal trailer. It is tiny. Let's turn the side lights on, which do look pretty nice actually. Indicators are actually quite high quality on the side as well. Beacons. Right, in gear, and let's get off. Doesn't feel too bad. So we're going to, let's have a quick look. I believe we're going to Lille. So out of here, left onto the A16 and just follow signs for Lille, I think. How hard can it be? Right, I've got the disco beacons on, let's turn them off. I'll show you them after. Yeah. It makes a nice noise as well. When you're sort of going slowly and sort of all chilled out, you can barely hear it. But when you do put your foot down, like now, about 1600 RPM. Trackir, oh, it's going mad. Let me just pause it a second. It makes like a really sort of rattly noise, which is a bit nerve-wracking, I guess. What's that guy doing? I think I'm good to go. What are you doing? What are you doing? AI still doesn't know how to use roundabouts. Yeah, it's not the definition of quick. I mean, 40 kilometers an hour. 50. And you've also probably noticed it is right-hand drive only. But it's weird because you get kilometers per hour on the speedo. So it's all a bit unusual. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, the visibility is awesome. You get the side windows in the doors. So the door is basically mostly glass. The mirrors are in front of the cabin. There's actually 3 mirrors over to the left. Which is kind of hard to get your head around. You've got the wide angle mirror at the front, then the 2 sort of smaller ones. And there's only one this side, there's no sort of wide angle, which works pretty well. And because they're held from above, you don't get any annoying oh come on, the gearbox is slow. You don't get any annoying sort of bars blocking your visibility. There's hardly any blind spots in this. The mirrors themselves could probably be a little bit bigger, but it's not too bad. Right, so if this Trackir decides to stop being annoying, we've gone into 7th gear. And again, you can barely hear it. That's just sort of road noise. It's kind of unusual. Yeah, so 70 kilometers an hour now. No idea what the speed limit is. Apparently it's 90, but I've got no idea. Right, let's get into this lane. Again, visibility is awesome. Look at it, foot down now. Can we get 80 out of it? There we go, just, let's put it in 7th. It really does like to sit at lower RPMs, I've noticed. When you get past about 1400, the engine's just got nothing else to give. Now look at the retarder. When you get to the 3rd slot, you can see it gets that sort of going downhill logo. well, not logo, but little sign, which is pretty cool. Oh, come on, gearbox. It revs way too... Look at it. It doesn't know what to do. I mean, it goes right into the red zone, which it shouldn't really do. Look at that. And then that horrible noise. I mean, I'm guessing it is sort of realistic, but I'm just saying it's not a very nice noise, to be honest. It's not a Scania V8, is it? Yeah, let's get up to speed. And I'm also not a fan of the green sort of features on here, like the wheel surround, the armrest, the gear selector. Yeah, it's not pretty, but it's very high quality and very sort of immersive, I guess. If you want to get a simulation of one of these trucks in real life, oh my god, I don't think you're going to get much better than this. We're up to 90 now, so let's turn on the cruise control, which in fact lights up on, let's see if this works, it lights up on that button, as you can see there, and also on the dash, which is very useful, because with some trucks you sort of don't realise the cruise control is disengaged, and you just end up slowing down, which can be a bit of a pain if you're going up a hill. You lose all that momentum. It's comfortably sitting at 90. I mean, I can barely hear it, but it is revving quite high, so I am interested to have a look at the fuel usage. And as you can see, it is quite high. It's currently averaging about 80 litres every 100 mile. At this current rate, I mean, this is sort of cruising and everything, it is sort of touching around 50, so I'm guessing you probably could get it down to maybe mid-60s, but not much better than that. I think this is definitely designed for more short hops and town driving more than long distances, judging by the visibility. So that's the sort of highway section done. So more town driving now. This is what I don't like about this gearbox, pulling out at junctions like this. It can be really dangerous, like you gotta react quick. Not sure what that guy was doing. But yeah, 30 kilometers an hour, 40, it's not quick enough. Definitely does need a bigger engine. But that means you can't go for the 7 speed, you have to go for the 12, which is probably even worse, to be honest, with picking gears. I've found with these sort of slower to respond boxes, going for fewer gears is more helpful. But otherwise, I think apart from some of the weird customization with all the chrome, it's definitely a cool truck to look at. Very sort of unique. There's no sort of mods really doing these sort of Japanese, Chinese style trucks. It's awesome to sort of jump in them every so often. I mean, if SCS ever did like a Asia trucking simulator, we'd be driving trucks like this, which is the cool thing. Right, is it in here? I believe it is. Yep. I'm gonna make a sort of wide turn. Again, turning circle is pretty awesome. I mean, the wide angle mirror, it's not great. I'm going to hit that slightly. I think I just misjudged it. We're good now. Let's just go all the way over here. Then we can go straight over here. That's tight, and it wants us to turn around. Of course it does. Again, another test of the pretty awesome turning circle with this. Is it not happy with that? That's annoying. I think I just mounted the curb. Okay, but it's happy with that. That makes no sense. There we go. And engine and lights off. The chrome looks so weird. It doesn't even look chrome, it's like a weird purpley effect. But there we go. Right, before we go, I'm going to set the time to 0. And then let's turn the beacons on. Look at that. The green is so cool. But anyway, if you have enjoyed that video, please do give me a like, subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.